It's week 4 of the National Football League. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Titans and the Giants on EA Sports.
Travel west from Midtown Manhattan through the Lincoln Tunnel to the Jersey side. It's MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here in the booth. Partner, these are a couple of teams that struggled a year ago, finished out of the playoffs. They were under 500, but that's what you love about the NFL. A new season brings renewed optimism.
Absolutely, and really, Mike, a lot of new faces at critical places. I mean, there is a lot of new pieces to the puzzle here, both coaching staff and the roster of players. They believe last year is over. They do not think there is any correlation between the squad they're planning to put on the field today and that one that we saw really go through some growing pains and struggles just a year ago.
All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Tennessee offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
One thing about this guy that's pretty clear, Mike, is there's not a whole lot that rattles him. He does a good job staying even-keeled. You don't know if he just threw a pick or if he just led his team to a touchdown drive, and that was kind of the case last week. He didn't let it snowball into a bunch of back-breaking mistakes. He just shook it off and kept playing. Now, can he keep that mentality as the rest of the year unfolds? And if he does, he's going to give his team a chance every single week.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. He'll look to throw. This one is caught downfield by Ridley. How about this sequence to start the drive? Back-to-back good gains, 19 for this one. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll run the toss to Spears. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
The offense is trying to test the edges of the perimeter of this defense, Mike, but the defense is just too quick to the ball. Total team defense, pursuit, 11 hats to the ball carrier. It's exactly what we saw here. Keep that game to nothing.
And he's going to have the 1st down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up 1st downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there, but that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
They'll motion over Samuel. To the air now on 1st and 10. Quick throw, taken in. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll run it to the right here. That's Spears. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. They send Ridley in motion. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And he will power his way into the end zone. Tyjae Spears. Touchdown, Tennessee. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
The extra point is good. And the Titans will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
I think when you go back and watch last week's game, Mike, I think two things were at play. Number one, let's give credit to the defense. I think they did a nice job of identifying some of the easy layups we've seen this quarterback hit from a week-to-week basis. They took it away. They made him go to his second, third check down through his progression. And then secondly, when the play did line up, when they did get the look they wanted, he just missed a lot of throws. So they know they cannot afford another pedestrian performance out of him this week. If he can play to the standard we've seen in weeks past, they can have a better chance of having a better result. You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this is one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And he will have a Giants first down. They needed 2 and gained 6. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. He'll get that to the former Volunteer, Jalen Hyatt. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The Titans have got it. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
They'll start this drive on the ground with Spears. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Once again, it's Spears. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. That's Dexter Lawrence in for the tackle. Now a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run here with Spears. And it looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on 3rd down. Now this time they'll look to throw. Oh, he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. He'll drop to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. That will make 3rd down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. The Giants offense ready to take over for their second possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. They'll give it to Singletary to begin this drive. He's able to get away from one man, but those reinforcements, they got there quick. Take him down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
This has been a tough sequence right out of the jump. You work all week on your opening script, and they're usually the plays that you feel the best about to try to establish some sort of early rhythm, but through 2 plays, run and pass, all they've done is go backwards.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. He'll try to run for it. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down. Looks like we have an injured Titan on that play. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. The Giants sending out their punter. This returnable from inside his own 40. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Titans offense about ready to take over once more. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. It's a short pickup, taking this to the 49. Drake Jackson out of Southern California on the stop. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They'll put Everett in motion here. They'll look to throw. He finds his big tight end, Everett. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Now, faking the give. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. 3rd and 9. Back to throw. He's got his big target, Everett. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Now a screen set up for Johnson. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. We're back to upstate New York in just a moment. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. It sets up 4th down.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
His kick is good. And the Titans will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's the Giants offense. Now they get set to take over once more. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by Singletary. And he finds some space tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now they'll set up to throw. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. 3rd down, 3 to go. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here's Austin McNamara now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Titans offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early, and they'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. That's to the left side, caught by Ridley. 3rd and a yard. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And it looks like he's going to have enough. Indeed, the referee does signal. It is. They'll motion over Samuel. Back to the air one more time. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Giants offense ready to take over once again. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
This offense just continues to struggle to find any sort of rhythm. And now part of it is self-inflicted wounds. But the vast majority of their struggles has just been their inability to pass protect. You can't expect your quarterback to settle into the game and have any confidence operating out of the pocket. When the second he hits his back foot, the play's over.
And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
That's taken in. What a catch by Neighbors. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down. Up the middle, here's Singletary. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Titans' 32-yard line.
Handoff here, up the middle, and he's got it. 1st down. A pickup of 4.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got his man, that's Slayton. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. He slams it in there, and he is in. Devin Singletary. Touchdown, New York. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
The PAT, up and good. And the Giants are on the board. It's 10-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Titans offense ready to get back to work. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick throw here is complete. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. He'll look to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Tyler Nubin.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
The Giants offense running back Devin Singletary back on the field. They'll start from the plus side of midfield, looking to possibly take the lead here. It's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Here's a 3rd and 10. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Here's the punter now, as this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. So instead of playing safe, the defense brings the heat, bring the quarterback down, and they'll walk off the field with 2 points.
In this situation, Mike, as an offense, you have to be prepared for the blitz. You know the defense smells blood. They want to come get you in the end zone and get 2 points. And that's exactly what they were able to do.
That is fielded at the 13. The Giants offense headed back to take over once more. They're in tremendous starting field position after the kick return. They start with 1st and 10 up beyond midfield. They'll run. It's Singletary. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there on the stop. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Now he'll run. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
The defense is going to have to come up with a plan for this quarterback using his legs, Mike, or it's going to be a long day. They knew coming in he was a threat, but I'm not sure they thought he would be this effective this early.
To the air now on 1st and 10.
Just take what the defense is giving you, and you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
And he'll be near the 1st down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. 2 minutes to play in a tight 1-point game in this first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, Man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard?
A dive for the end zone, but he loses the football. The Titans have got it. Boy, that one hurts, Greg. They had a really nice drive going and moved it halfway down the field, but then fumbled down here in the red zone, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Anytime you put together a drive of this length, Mike, you just want to come away with points. Of course, a touchdown is the main goal, but in this case, to turn the ball over this deep in the red zone is just a brutal turn of events for this offense.
The Titans offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. To the right side here, pass is caught. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
Here's a timeout, Tennessee. It'll be their 2nd, and the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock. They'll look to throw again. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far. You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half.
He gets a good read defensively and intercepts it. Picked off by Deonte Banks.
All right, Mike, at this point, am I allowed to call timeout? Because I would love to talk to both of these offenses. Listen, guys, ball security. Protecting the ball is the #1 rule in football. You got one side losing it on a fumble, the other side gives it right back with a pick. I mean, come on, guys. As an offensive guy, I want to see big plays. I want to see long drives, touchdowns, not a game of hot potato bouncing the ball back and forth.
He'll drop to throw. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That's going to be incomplete.